another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points, the Blood Angels versus the Eldar. They'll be fighting across this AdMech terrain here, this Martian landscape. Generators, and buildings, and boxes and barrels and containers here across this battlefield. A Blood Angels assault has already taken place. It's been repulsed, but a fresh Blood Angels army has been sent in to take on the might of the Eldar. Right, so welcome to this 2,000 points game, Eldar versus Blood Angels. We have already played part 1, that's over on the Plus channel. We've done a 2-part epic encounter here. Blood Angels Eldar is always a classic, it goes back a long way on the channel. So part 1 has already been played. Can't tell you the result, but if you want to check out the Plus channel, Striker Scorpion 82plus.vhx.tv, then you can watch part 1 of this encounter. That battle's been resolved. We're going to go on to a fresh game here for everyone to see. So it's 2,000 points, Battle-Forged army here. It's a battalion detachment, super heavy auxiliary, and also supreme command for the Eldar. So 9 command points in total. So we'll start the supreme command. It's Ulfway Craftworld Eldrad, who will be the warlord. And I've got 2 warlocks with him as well, just to fulfill that supreme command. Protect and Jinx on this one, and Quicken Restrain on the other. Then I'm running the super heavy auxiliary. It's the Wraith Knight, not the most popular of choices for Eldar here, but he's in this list, in this fight. So I don't want to talk about the last game, no clues as to what happened, but the Wraith Knight was involved. Either good or bad, you'll have to see. But 2 heavy Wraith Cannons for him. And that is a Latok for his Craftworld, so -1 to hit him at over 12 inches away. Then a battalion detachment here, so quite a lot of HQs. There's an Avatar of Cain, Autarch Skyrunner with Laser Lance and twin Shuriken Catapults for him. He's also carrying a relic. It's the Shimmer Plume, so -1 to all the hit rolls, and that's for shooting and close combat. Then we have a Spirit Seer. His power is Conceal Reveal. Then an Autarch here. There's no wings for him. He's taken from the Index. He's got a Banshee Mask. Banshee Mask here as well, actually, from the Index. Banshee Mask here on this Autarch. Does have the Power Sword, Shuriken Pistol, and I've paid the points from the Index for a Reaper Launcher for him. Then to fulfill the battalion for troops, 1, 2, 3 units of 5 Eldar Rangers. This is all a Latok here, this detachment. 10 Striking Scorpions as an Elite's choice. With Ariel Doomhand there with the Scorpion's Claw. Then Elites as well is the Bone Singer, there to help out the Wraith Knight to repair or knit Wraith Bone during the Psychic phase. A heavy support choice here as well, 5 Dark Reapers, all of them with Reaper Launchers. And then across here, it is the 9, as they've been called, the 9 Shining Spears. There's an Exarch in there with a Star Lance, and the rest have Laser Lances and twin Shuriken Catapults. That's the Eldar list here. All I can say about the last game was it was an extreme game of Warhammer 40,000 and an absolute whirlwind of gore for sure. But that's the Eldar list here. We'll take a look now and see what the Blood Angels have. James will happily take command of them. So happy enough, James, to run the Blood Angels. He used them in the last game as well. Actually, just to mention, Doom, Guide, and Fortune here on Eldrad. That's the 3 powers that he has taken. We'll check out the Blood Angels now. Alright, so 2,000 points of Blood Angels here. Both armies are chapter approved, all the points updated. A new addition of this Blood Angels list here. It's a Librarian, Terminator Librarian just over there. So it's Battle Forged for the Blood Angels, a Supreme Command detachment for them as well, and a battalion available. So actually 9 command points, the same as the Eldar. One's been spent though, so we'll cover that first of all. So Smash Captain here, Thunderhammer Storm Shield for him, and with wings. Death Visions of Sanguinius James has played, so he's given him the counts as Death Company, so he's going to get +1 attack on the charge, and on 6s he'll ignore wounds coming through. So he's taken as the Warlord, so a Warlord trait for him is Gift of Foresight. Those 6s to ignore wounds then becomes 5s or 6s, so 5s or 6s to ignore wounds, and then also granted him a relic, which is the Angel's Wing, where he gets to re-roll charges and no Overwatch allowed. So some very useful upgrades there for the Smash Captain. Lazarus Dawnhammer is his name. Remember that name. So, I've upgraded the Sanguinor here. I took off the old lead wings and put on some Age of Sigmar wings just to match these two together. It's the updated version of him. So the Sanguinor is in the list as well. Also have a Sanguinary Priest, a Chaplain, a regular Space Marine Chaplain. Also, then across here, Librarian Dreadnought with the Force Halberd and Dreadnought Close Combat Weapon. James has chosen Unleash Rage and Wings of Sanguinius as his two psychic powers. Then the Librarian Dreadnought there with the Combi Melter on the Stormbolter there. Then the Force Axe for him, Shield of Sanguinius and Quickening for his psychic powers. So Eldar lots of psychic ability, but Blood Angels have got a good representation here as well. Then, yes, Terminators here. 5 of them with Thunderhammers and Storm Shields. 6 Sanguinary Guard, all of them with the Encarmine Swords. 2 of them carrying Infernos pistols. Then to make up the battalion requirements here, 3 units of troops, 3 units of scouts. Unit here with bolters, heavy bolter, bolt pistols and combat knives, and then all bolters in the last squad just there. Then last but not least, 2 Storm Raven gunships, double las cannon, twin melters, hurricane bolters, and the rockets available on both of those. So the Blood Angels can ride to battle in style. So it's quite a thematic list here for the Blood Angels. Wanted to avoid like a Space Marine gunline and instead have sort of an air mobile version of them and lots of glistening golden angels that can descend from the sky. Right, so just to mention at this point our gold level Patreon supporters, that's Marcus Anthony and Paul Cook, so thanks to them for their support on Patreon, for the SSWG Wargames Club, and all of the silver level and bronze level Patreon supporters as well. Just helps to keep a good Wargames Club going. A lot of the terrain you see in our games is from SSWG. But the armies are set here. The battlefield is ready. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. Alright, so we have a mission. It's from Chapter Approved 2018. We haven't played this one yet. It's the 4 pillars from Eternal War. So there are 4 objectives on the board. Each one's 15 inches from the centre of the table. So one there, one across here, and then the last one's just behind those tank traps, just there. So 4 objectives, all of equal value in this fight. The deployment is Spearhead Assault. Eldar have elected to go at this end of the table, so it's a wedge across here, so we're playing end to end here in this game, 9 inches away from the centre of the battlefield, just marked by that orange dice just there, and then James's deployment zone, the wedge formation just there for his deployment. If the armies want to, they could deploy pretty close to each other. They'll only be 18 inches away from each other if either of these or both these forces decide to go right up to their deployment zone edge. They may well hang back. Be interesting to see what happens if the Eldar do play aggressive and deploy right up to their battle line. The same for the Blood Angels, or if the Blood Angels hold back with their flyers that can move very fast across the table anyway. So points available in this game. Troops are the only units, and this is going to be awkward here for both sides, troops are the only units that can hold objectives. So all other models do not count here in this particular mission. So it's roughly equal though. For the Eldar it's the 3 units of Rangers, and for the Blood Angels it's the 3 units of Scouts. So whoever has the most troops on the objectives, or on an objective, will control that objective. But all other models do not count in this particular scenario. So the special rules here, it's called Siphon Power. At the end of the battle round, so at the end of turn 1, or at the end of battle round 1, so when both sides have had their turn 1, for example, whoever controls the most objectives will score 1 victory point. So if the Blood Angels hold 2, Eldar hold 1, Blood Angels will get 1 point. If an army controls, and that's with troops, well, that's impossible. No one can get 3 points in this game because you only have 3 troops. Right, so you can forget getting extra points for that. If you control all 4, you get 3 victory points instead, but that will not happen in this game because we only have 3 units of troops each. But for other larger armies and hordes and so on, Orcs and Tau and others, then no, not even the Orcs, they have 3 troops as well. So it have to be bigger armies like Yeah, you have to change the list for this particular scenario. It's quite restrictive, this one, and certainly suited to certain armies with larger troops options here. But in this scenario, 1 point can be picked up the end of each battle round who controls the most of these objectives. There is also kill points available in this game, so still plenty of points available for sides to pick up. Slay the Warlord, First Strike and Line Breaker all available in this mission as well. So that's the mission here, and the way this is, deployment's worked out, Eldar are immediately able to try and control 2, same for the Blood Angels, and if that balance needs to be tipped, then we've got to try and assault into each other's deployment zone here. But the last battle, we played part 1. It was a very fluid game here, a lot of movement all across the board. You may well see a repeat of that here in this scenario as well. We'll go on to deployment next. Each side will deploy their army in its entirety. Right, so just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, and a lot of the terrain, it's from gamemat.eu. So the battle mat here rolls out nice and flat, and then we simply put out some terrain, even some burnt out vehicles look good, and then some stones and scatter added on just for effect. And then the buildings that we're using, this one here is from gamemat.eu. I've painted it and made my own addition to it here. These buildings here are from the industrial terrain set. This is all one set that you can get from them. The green containers here and the larger containers as well are all from the industrial terrain set by gamemat.eu. So if you like the look of the terrain here, I'm planning tutorials here how to, because the GameMat terrain does come pre-painted, it looks great, but I've sort of themed it here, this sort of AdMech colour scheme, and how to do all the different effects on it, the transfers and so on. Plan to do a tutorial for that, and also the GW terrain here, the Games Workshop terrain, painted up, planning to do a tutorial for that as well, and that's painted up from scratch. But you see how these two sets merge with each other here and are united in this colour scheme. Just looking very happy with how the terrain has turned out, but we'll deploy here with these armies. Alright, so deployment done for the Blood Angels here. They'll go first unless the Eldar seize initiative. 2 Storm Ravens tucked in this corner, just in case the Eldar do go first. James trying to hold those back. 45-inch move they can make. Inside here, the Terminators, Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest. And inside the one on the left, James has actually put the Librarian Dreadnought inside here as well. So loaded up nicely with multiple units here at the back ready to move out. Then James has deployed his scouts. These here just behind the burnt out Land Raider. Remember there's an objective just there, so that's their aim. And 2 units of scouts here just hidden outside of the deployment zone, because this happens in the deployment phase, so they can deploy just there and nicely hidden behind that large central piece of terrain. And there's an objective just here next to the burnt out Razorback. So James has placed Sanguinor into reserve, descending from the sky. The Smash Captain here, Lazarus Dawnhammer. These two, the Terminators inside the transport. Actually, I'm going to give this to James. That's for your deployment. James will deploy that on the board. That's his teleport homer. Librarian is going to teleport in. He's got Terminator armor, yep. Inside the Stormraven gunship, and then descending down from the sky as well with the unit of Sanguinary Guard. Okay, so teleport home has just been placed here. So we were talking about whether the Eldar are going to deploy up to their edge. They have. They are not far away here from the scouts, so they're hoping the Eldar don't seize initiative here. These scouts can find themselves in trouble. But Eldar deployment then, trying to protect my characters as much as possible. So Shining Spears at the front, they'll take the brunt of James's firepower, perhaps. We'll see where he elects to fire. The Autarch just behind, the Avatar just behind is a character, so he's shielded there by that unit. And then across the other side, the Scorpions doing guard duty again. Seems to be the new role for them, but forming a circle here, an Aspect Warrior circle around these characters. Eldrad, the Autarch, the Spirit Seer and the 2 Warlocks all protected by this bodyguard just here. Now, where is the Wraith Knight is the question. He's tucked himself right in the corner here. If James maxes out his movement with the Stormraven gunships, his twin melters will not be in range. We're trying to preserve the Wraith Knight at the early stage of the game, trying to limit the amount of firepower that can come in his direction, and the Bone Singer's just deployed behind, character protected there, ready to knit Wraithbone if the Wraith Knight survives. So the scenario is set here. It's lining itself up for another extreme game of 40k. That's what we had previously. So, part 2. Here we go. 6+ to seize initiative. James's eyes fixed on this dice. It is a Tau dice. Oh, I thought it was going to roll onto a 6. It's a 3. Blood Angels will get to go first here. James will get to strike. So we will immediately declare that we will play concealed position or prepared positions. 2 command points will be spent to grant cover here. And James is saying it's not granted to Titanic units. It'll only help out these units here, but we will take that extra bonus to our saves for being in cover. So Eldar have 6 command points left. James has 7. But Blood Angels will go first here. We'll go on to their first turn. Blood Angels turn 1. Coming up next. Alright, so we are on turn 1 here. Should have mentioned for Eldar deployment. So the scouts have gone into reserve. The rules have changed for them, the rangers, so they can now just deep strike normal. So on turn 1, we'll play it. They can go in their own deployment zone. Turn 2 onwards, anywhere else on the battlefield as long as they're more than 9 inches away from enemy units. And I paid the points for web wave strike on the Dark Reapers. I know they're a prime target, so I've put them into reserve just to try and keep them safe for as long as possible. So it's the opposites here. Eldar have kept their troops away from the battlefield for now. No, but they're here, but they're hidden. No, they're hidden and they can appear unbidden at just the right moment of time. Scouts instead have deployed aggressively, waiting for the air support to fly over the top. So we'll go on to movement now. James is thinking about what to do. How aggressive does he play is the question. We'll go on to Blood Angels movement now. Okay, movement done. James has gone aggressive. I think you have to, Blood Angels. You can't hold back and play defensively. That's what these gunships are designed for, to rapidly move into position, to lay down a blanket of firepower and deliver their payload to the position as well. So inside here, the 5 Terminators, Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest, and then the Dreadnought inside the other Storm Raven. So that's virtually the full 45 inches moved by those. Then, whilst the Eldar try and deal with that threat across here, James has just strung out a couple of inches. He now secures this objective here. Then, around the other side, this squad's remained where it is, holding the Land Raider, or behind the Land Raider there. James doesn't want to move them out yet. He's going to wait until Eldar threats have been neutralised. And the scouts that were here, James has moved them across to fire and potentially charge and disrupt the Shining Spears if possible. But this is the situation here. Eldar flies moving in against the Eldar position. We'll go on to Psychic phase. No. Straight into shooting now for the Blood Angels on turn 1. Yeah, because James's Psyker is inside the Stormraven and the Librarian Terminator still yet to come onto the board. So, all eyes are on the Stormravens for sure, and where James decides to fire at. Options is the Wraith Knight tucked in the corner here. The Scorpion, Bodyguard, probably the softest target, but they're boasting a 2-up save at the moment, thanks to prepared positions. And then the Shining Spears, they are on a 2-up armor save and a 4-up invuln save for shooting. See where James decides to shoot. Okay, so on shooting phase here, the scouts have fired, crack grenade thrown by them, just in range. You can see them moving through there, and some bolter shots come through. We are playing the beta rules here for bolters, bolter discipline it's called. Yep, so those beta rules are being enacted here, using them across the Imperial armies, so it will benefit the Blood Angels, Imperial Fists, Space Marines in general. Yeah, okay. They did need an improvement.
They did.
Yes, okay. We've played lightning fast reactions here, down to 4 command points left. James has been using his Veritas Vitae, hasn't reclaimed a command point here, and then also Eldrad didn't roll a 6 at the start of James's turn. But it's going to be -1 to the hit rolls, just going to try and protect these jet bikes as much as possible. James is firing this Stormraven here, 2 laser cannon shots and the rockets going into the Wraith Knight, Hurricane Bolters and 2 Melters going into the Shining Spears. So, laser cannons?
Yep, is it -1?
-1, it's a late talk, yes, so 4s will be hits. 4 and a 3, one of them would have hit if it wasn't for a late talk here. The wound does come through. Oh boy, we'll try and save here. No. D6 damage all of a sudden. 1. I sense a command reroll coming, yep, so James will happily spend that.
5.
Rolls a 5 instead. Good play here. Wraith Knight has taken some heavy damage from that laser cannon shot. Alright, 19 wounds remain. 2 rocket shots coming in.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Strength 8.
4s for wounds.
No.
Both failed. Oh boy, that could have been a potential of another 6 damage if they'd have got through. 2 Melters now into the bikers. Again, it'll be 4s for hits now. 1 hit comes through. 2s for a wound.
Wounded.
Yes. 4 up invuln save. Failed. Do we use a command point here to try and keep him alive? Half a chance. Yeah, we'll use it at this point then. 4+. We do. Alright, so protected. Him, Veritas Vitae? No. Okay. James will line up his Hurricane Bolter shots next. 24 shots coming in. So, the way we're playing the beta rules here, vehicles then will be on double shots. For your characteristic, it's 6 for Hurricane Bolter. You're doubling anyway for rapid fire for being within 12, so it's still 24 shots. But it means that if James fires at 24 inches, you'll still get double. Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay.
It's for Centurions, Bikers, and Vehicles.
Yes.
And Terminators.
Yeah, it's good.
4s.
4s will help. There's a good number of 3s there. It's just cutting down the amount of shots coming through. But James has still got a lot of hits here. I think you're above average. Yeah. 4s for wounds. Thankfully, for prepared positions, we get a 2-up save. That will help, because we've got a lot of saves to make here. Okay. Right, 6 saves to make here. Any ones is not good. Past all of them. Here, with the Shining Spears. I think the edge has been taken off. Well, the Eldar are able to take the edge off turn 1 to some degree. Prepared positions really helps out these 2 units especially. And lightning fast reactions helping out here as well. So far, the Stormraven struggling here against Eldar targets. The next Stormraven, armed with the same weaponry. Okay, rinse and repeat here. The same procedure again.
So 2 laser cannon.
2 laser cannon shots. Alatok has helped out here for sure on the Wraith Knight. 6 and 1. 1 comes through. 3's for a wound. Okay, 6 for a save. No. Another D6 damage. 4. I think James will be very happy with that. Down to 15 wounds on the Wraith Knight now. Just put the 15 wounds on. I don't think you're going to kill this thing here.
No.
This turn. That's the main aim, is to keep the Wraith Knight alive. If I'd have had the Wraith Knight across here, you'd be looking at 4 melter shots coming in. That would have been enough to kill him. So that's why we've kept him tucked in the corner. So you're looking at rocket shots now. 4s. 2 hits, 4s for wounds. 2 4s, well done, James.
-3.
Is it 6s to block? No, 6 damage. Oh no, Wraith Knight down to 9. I was boasting there that we were pretty safe. All of a sudden, 9 wounds on the Wraith Knight. That's painful there. Good shooting. And that would drop me down to a bracket as well. Good firepower. Right, so melter shots now. See if James can take out one of the bikers here.
Missed.
No, 2 3s. It would have been hits, but lightning fast reactions. They've dodged the melter shots coming through. Okay, Hurricane Bolters next. Another 24 shots going in. -1 to hit rolls, so 4s James is looking for. Yeah. 4s to wound now for this shooting. It's a few. No, it's a good few. It looks like another 6 here. 6, yeah. 2+ to save. Saved all of them again. Shining Spears. The 9 remain intact. Okay, Stormraven firepower done. The best result has been against the Wraith Knight there. Horrific amount of damage coming through, but crucially for the Eldar, it does remain alive at this stage. Alright, so shooting phase resolved here. Stormraven gunships, deadly firepower from them, but they've struggled down here against the Shining Spears. That -1 to hit, the 4-up inv save, and the 2-up save really helping. But then across here, Wraith Knight has taken heavy damage here, but still alive. That's the situation here for turn 1 for Blood Angels. We'll see if James wants to make an assault, whether he sends in the scouts here against the Shining Spear bikers. See, the tactic behind this, if James makes it into combat, it will force the Shining Spears to remain in combat or to pull out of combat, and they won't be able to charge another target. But James is aware that Eldar do have a stratagem. It's 2 command points where they're able to pull out of a combat and still assault, but it would, at a minimum, it would force the Eldar to burn through another 2 command points. Oh boy, he's going to charge. Oh boy. Okay, so that could be removed. That's lightning fast reactions. The shooting phase is finished. James has charged in with the Stormraven gunship. So 11 wounds left. Now it took some wounds. A laser lance got through, and a shuriken round on a 6. James found a 6-up save. 3 wounds taken. The whole idea is to disrupt the Shining Spears and force the Eldar to burn through more command points here. So I'll only have 1 left if we use the stratagem to pull out of combat, and enabling us to assault again. Okay, so resolve this combat here. James doesn't stand much chance of causing much damage, but the Shining Spears, they could react here and put some more wounds onto the Stormraven. James gets a hit here. 3's. 6 is a wound. 2. He's done it. Yes, because it's a cover save for shooting. This is close combat. Yes, he's actually put a wound on a bike here. He's actually flown into one of them and put a wound on one of the Shining Spear bikers. Alright, so it does look pretty epic here with these orange Shining Spears here. I've not got all of them into combat. I've tried my best. I've done a piling move here. But those 2 will not get to fight. The rest can, the way they've been able to pile in. Alright, so Exarch. 3s to hit. They've all hit. 3s to... no, I was charged. 6s to wound. Nothing. It's rerollable against vehicles. This is the Exarch here. We do get 1.
2 damage.
So that's 2 damage, yeah. Here, need 3s. Rerolling 1s, because the Altarch nearby. And then these aren't rerollable here. 6s. Oh, we rolled a 666. So 8 damage in total coming through against the Stormraven gunship. Ouch, here from the Shining Spears. You're down to 1 wound.
Yep.
1 wound left. God, I'm always tempted to go for a command reroll here and get a 6, but highly unlikely. We'll leave it at that, but Stormraven gunship in a sorry state here. Alright, so combat's resolved and the turn's finished. There's no morale to resolve around here, but what a situation here. Shining Spears put in some serious damage here against the Stormraven. It desperately clings on with 1 wound remaining. That's the end of turn 1 here for the Blood Angels. They've made their initial moves. Their firepower has struggled here against the central Eldar units, but they've put some serious damage here on the Wraith Knight tucked in the corner. We're going to hand over to the Eldar now. The unit's poised to respond to the Blood Angel assault. We'll see what the Eldar decide to do. Turn 1 coming up next for the Eldar. Alright, so we've got ourselves another extreme game of Warhammer 40,000 here. But this new Eldar list revamped. The previous list was written off. I continued with the theme and just sort of enhanced it a bit more, and seems to be working quite well here in this game. The Blood Angels are struggling, and the Eldar, I think we've got a number of units lined up here that could cause trouble. There's layers here to James's army though. The Storm Ravens is just the first level to get through. After that he'll be disembarking. If I destroy the targets, he'll be disembarking with his Terminators, Chaplain, Sanguinary, Priest, and the Dreadnought as well. The Eldar will need to think about how to deal with those, most likely in close combat if possible. We'll see what the Eldar decide to do. Alright, movement done for the Eldar here. Countermeasures being taken. I haven't used the stratagem. The idea is to, in the psychic phase, try and smite through this. There's one wound to try and pick up, bring the Storm Raven down, and then there's no need to fall back out of combat because they're not locked in combat. That's the idea with the Shining Spears. It's going to hold them where they are. Avatar's moved across, just anticipating perhaps the Dreadnought coming down. Rangers have arrived, securing this objective. Rangers have arrived here as well, so that means we'll get that point if they sit on that objective at the end of the battle round. I've shifted across with the Psykers, Eldrad, the Autarch, and then the Striking Scorpions to protect them. And I brought the Dark Reapers down into here as well to lend some fire support against the Flyers. So that's the movement there. The Wraith Knights remain exactly where it is. The idea is to try and build up his strength again and keep the Bone Singer safe, just tucked in the corner from any descending angels that might want to try and kill him. The only other movement is the Autarch, who's hopped, skipped and jumped, flown over the top here and is perched on top of this terrain piece. So that's movement done. Psychic phase next for the Eldar. An important point for them here on turn 1. Right, so psychic phase complete. Looks like the movement phase here. All the stuff that's taken place. Right, so we better describe what happened. First with the easy bit here, Wraithbone has been knitted here. So 2 wounds restored, back up to 11 on the Wraith Knight. That was from the Bone Singer. So first thing, it was Eldrad that went first. Smite came through. 3 mortal wounds caused there against the Storm Raven gunship. Just 1 wound needed. It came crashing down, didn't explode. Then James disembarked here. The way we've played disembarkation from a vehicle, it's from the base or from the hull. So James's wing stretched across here, so he was able to place the Terminators just there. A lot of them out of range, or out of range of a lot of the Shining Spear laser lances. But we then played Guide next onto the Shining Spears, so reroll their shooting. And we then played Doom on the Terminators that could be seen after they disembarked. And then James took no casualties, by the way. He rolled a 1 for one of the models when it disembarked, but then Kamari rolled that and kept him alive. So Terminators are at full strength. We then played Quicken on these to move them again, which we passed. So they've moved out, done a 14-inch move. Remember, they don't count as falling back, so it's a fresh move from the Shining Spears. Sort of a bit of wobbly model syndrome here. This jet bike is meant to be in here, so coherence is being maintained. Then we played Conceal on the Shining Spears. It's -1 to hit them for shooting. We then played Jinx on the Terminators, so they're going to -1 on their saves, and they're doomed, rerolling wounds against them as well. Pesky Eldar, psychic powers kicking in. And Seer Council stratagem was used. James did steal the command point for that one with his Veritas Vitae. That was just to give a bonus to try and make sure that Quicken went off on the bikers. I think that's it for psychic phase. Very eventful here for the Eldar, and all of a sudden they've lined themselves up here to pounce on these Terminators. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the Eldar here on turn 1. Alright, so shooting phase here. We'll start with the Shining Spears. We'll see what they can do. 8 shots, and then the Star Lance here from the Exarch. So 3s to hit. It's not so good, but Guide. It's a lot better. It will be 2s to wound for this one, 3s to wound for the regular lances. So you get a load of failures here. No, stop. Look at that. Doom. Are they doomed? A bit more. Doomed. Still very poor though. Look at all that. Okay, that's nowhere near as good actually as we were hoping. So James needs to make some 4+ invuln saves here to stop these from coming through. Alright, so none. Ouch! Terminators are almost wiped out here. Does he go for a command reroll at this stage to try and... He's not going to. No, 4 Terminators removed. It'll just be the Sergeant that remains. Alright, so Terminators taken out here. I declared all the shooting into them, so we got 36 shuriken rounds into the sergeant to try and bring him down. All right, 36 shots coming through.
Reroll to hit.
It's all re-rollable. It is crazy. Crazy Eldar. Madness from them. It's the psychic powers. It's just ridiculous for these. It's just separating out all of the hits here. Okay, so 3 misses. 33 hits against the sergeant. Just roll a chunk at a time. Here. Roll some more.
Now you know why I didn't use my CP, because I knew he was going to...
You know he's going to die, yeah. James not trying to use command rerolls to keep him alive because he knows that the...
When they're jinxed, that's it.
Jinxed and doomed, yeah, there's no point. Okay. So we're just separating out all of these. This is the crazy thing here. All of these are re-rollable. For Doom here. If you mess with Eldar, this is what happens. The Great Psyker here enhancing the Shining Spears. Right, so wounds resolved here. These are shuriken, so -3. James will take 4+ invuln saves here.
Scott.
Oh, okay. Right, so James has just rolled there. I bashed the camera into this big chimney stack here, but James has rolled a 2 2s, or 2 1s and a 2. That's enough to bring the Terminator down. Okay, so he can be removed. Just a couple of characters left there in the middle of the ring of fire from the Shining Spears. Ouch, Terminator's gone. Right, so we'll press on with the shooting. We've still got Dark Reapers to go. Other shots to come up against the Storm Raven. That one's untouched, and it's carrying the Dreadnought here at this stage. Wraith Knight available to shoot as well. James thinks I'm going to get a lot of hits here with the Wraith Knight. I need 5s to hit you because of my damage bracket, and then hard to hit. None. Ineffective from the Wraith Knight. Going to need firepower from somewhere else if we're going to try and bring this Storm Raven gunship down. I think James will be a lot happier if this one survives. That'll be great news. I still have the gun platform available, but the Eldar will do the best they can. We'll fire all that we have here and see how many wounds we can put on to the Storm Raven gunship. Okay, Dark Reapers. So it's 3s to hit rerolling 1s, ignoring any modifiers. Can we go for a full house here? Yes, we can. 3s for wounds. Oh, no. All right, just the 2. It's only -2, so James gets saves of 5+. I don't think I'm going to bring this Storm Raven down. He's fouled those. So 6 wounds taken, actually, in total. They're 3 damage a time there from the Dark Reapers. We'll go Reaper Launcher from the Exarch, or the Altarch. Hits. Wounds. 5+ save. No. Now drops down to 5. All of a sudden it's doable. The Avatar of Cain. Hits. Wounds. -4. 2d6, choose the best. Oh, close 4. So, down to 1 wound left. All of a sudden, the wounds plummet off of the Storm Raven gunship here, and it's down to 1 wound remaining. Alright, so we're searching for the last wound here to see if we can get it. So Scorpions, we'll look to them for aid. So it will be 8 of them shooting, plus the Exarch. I'm going to say one of them is going to throw a plasma grenade. So looking for 4s. Rerolling 1s, actually. Yeah, 2 more hits. Now this is Shuriken. Any 6s will be AP -3. None. 0. Oh no, your toughness 7. 1 comes through. James will get a normal save here of 3+ to try and keep the Storm Raven gunship alive. Oh no, I can't see the result, but judging by James's reaction, it's not so good. It's a 1. Come on, reroll. Do you want to try and keep it alive?
Well,
what have I got left to shoot? I've got a plasma grenade and some snipers.
No, there's no point. It's going to die.
It's going to die. All right, James. Conceding here that it's going to die potentially. So, see if it explodes. I think he'd like to.
Yes.
It does explode. Hurrah! It's exploded. I'm going to roll something else first of all. The Dreadnought. Do not roll a 1.
That's why I'm saying my command reroll.
Sure. Command reroll here. He's rolled a 1. Command reroll. James, do not roll a 1. Oh, so 3. Okay, right, he can disembark the Dreadnought. Resolve some damage here as well, actually. I think some scouts or rangers are going to be killed, and some wounds put onto the Avatar as well. Right, so situation here, again, using the way we've interpreted the rules there, James disembarking just at his wingtip there, so the Dreadnought's gone behind the boxes and barrels. It did explode, as we saw, and loads of wounds come through. James rolled mortal wounds here. 3 wounds here on the Avatar, Molten Body not helping to stop any of them. 3 wounds taken on the Rangers. 3 wounds taken on the Scorpions. Even managed to just about clip the Autarch here, who took a wound. One of James's scouts caught in the explosion as well. So James remotely satisfied there with the resulting explosion. Alright, so that's shooting done. Just going to look around. Bit of sniper fire available for the Eldar here, and that'll be the shooting phase finished. Alright, yes, so the rest of the shooting phase resolved. Snipers firing through here against the scouts, no damage, but a laser lance from the Autarch killed one of them, so James has taken 2 casualties on there, and these 2 Rangers fired through and caused no damage there against the Dreadnought. That's shooting done for the Eldar. It has been devastating this turn. The loss of the 2 Storm Raven gunships, that's a painful loss there for the Blood Angels. James still has hope though. There's the Sanguinor, the Smash Captain, Sanguinary Guard, Terminator, Librarian still to arrive on the battlefield, but the game is definitely in the favour of the Eldar here at this stage. We're talking about options for Blood Angels. James swooping in. The benefit of that is delivering his close combat ability up the table, but it's been dealt with here in quite a bizarre fashion here by the Eldar. The other option we were talking about here was for James to scout along this edge, the top edge of the battlefield, along here, to turn, to bank right with the Storm Raven gunships and just to hug the edge of the board, and then just to pepper the Eldar with long-range las cannon and rocket shots. Could have caused some damage there against the bikes, but what the situation would have been then is the Wraith Knight would have been out of range of those flyers for his shooting, and the options then would have been to either sit with the bikers and just keep absorbing the damage, or to go after the Storm Raven gunships, potentially move out across the board. That's an option, but if that happened, would have happened, with the bikers out of play and not protecting this lot, it would open up here and potentially here for James's reserves to come in and assault. It's just a theory or a way of playing potentially that James could have gone for. Difficult situation here against these pesky Eldar. We're going to charges and Overwatch next, here for the Eldar on turn 1. Okay, so charges have taken place here. The jet bikes closing in on the 2 remaining characters, so Sanguinary Priest and the Chaplain just buried in there. Then no Overwatch allowed, charging in here with the Autarch on the bike against the 3 remaining scouts, and the Avatar rolled an 8. 8 required, and I rolled a 7, and it was 7 needed to go after the Librarian Dreadnought. So Avatar has made it, and you can see him there just clambering through the boxes here to take on the Dreadnought. So James has 5 command points left. We have none. So I've got to choose carefully which combat to go after. I must fight with the Avatar first before James interrupts play and tries to fight back. So 5 attacks with the Avatar here. Need 2s. 1's failed. Then we need 3s to wound. Oh, 3 have got through. That should be enough. It's AP -4. So it will be the first one. Choose the 5. The next one, we'll choose the 1. And the next one, we'll choose the 6. Ouch. So James can roll to see if he detonates, which he does. He'll be happy about that because he can try and put some more wounds onto the Avatar here. So we'll just check to see how many it is. It's probably D3. Okay, it is D3. So James will be happy here to get a nice good roll. Ha! He's rolled a 6. All right, Molten Body. Ignores the flames from the explosion ignored here by the Avatar. Good result from him. He's picked up a good prize there. The Librarian Dreadnought is no more. So we'll press on with the combats here. James saying he's not going to interrupt this one. These characters here, there's not much impact they can make. I did lose a biker, by the way, from Overwatch. One of the found a frag grenade save on one of the bikers, and it was already on a wound, so one of those models removed. We'll go for the Autarch next, the Skyrunner. So 4 attacks with him, fighting with his laser lance. 2's to hit, and 3's. Yeah, AP -4 and 2 damage, so scouts can be removed here. They're gone. The Autarch now picks up a prize and destroys those. Remember, it's kill points here in this game, so Eldar racking up a good scoreline here for units being destroyed. They're clearing this sector here of the Blood Angels threat. Okay, so all talk finished. We've kept him where he is. So it's just the combat down here to resolve. So it's the Shining Spears that will fight, but we'll allocate the attacks here against the Priest and the Chaplain. All right, so allocating then. So we'll put these attacks into... This is 2 of the jet bikes and then also the Exarch. That's going into the Sanguinary Priest to try and kill him. We'll check this just to check our range here. Yeah, we didn't move the Autarch, so he's within 6. So we'll re-roll these. Okay. 2s with the dark red dice. Those 2 get through, and that one. So that's 6 wounds. AP -4. So the Sanguinary Priest is gone. So he's been dealt with. Just if the Chaplain can survive. James would like the Chaplain to survive. If he does, this unit will be locked down in combat, and James's reserves may well be able to charge him without the threat of Overwatch. So looking for 3s. Then looking for 3s again. It's good. It's how many wounds? You're on 4 or 5 wounds here. It is survivable. There's 4 saves to make.
He's dead.
Okay. He saved 2, so 4 damage. We'll just check. I think the Chaplain is dead. I think he has 4 wounds, a regular Space Marine Chaplain. You have to. You do. Right. He's going to spend a command point. He's got 4 left. So come on, James. Get half a chance. Oh, please roll a 3. Oh. See, if he'd have stayed in, he could have fought back. Blocked Overwatch, but it's not to be. Can you re-roll the re-roll?
Nope.
Plus. Okay, Chaplain gone. We'll try and get these characters out of here. They're buried in amongst the tangle of these Shining Spears here. And that's another 2 kill points for the Eldar. What turn are we on?
Turn 1.
Turn 1. It's been one of the most devastating turn 1s I think we've seen in a long time. So Eldar have counter-punched here, and it's hurt the Blood Angels at this stage. Only turn 1 here so far in this game. Okay, so consolidation moves made with these. The area's been cleared here by the Eldar. It's been quite spectacular from them. So we'll end the turn here. Turn 1 is finished. Morale, there's 1 there which will pass. 3 casualties, but ignore morale because of the Avatar, and they're within 12. Ignore morale there as well for the striking Scorpions because of the Avatar, granting them ignore morale tests. Turn's finished here, so we'll go on to the second turn now for the Blood Angels. James has the golden units to arrive. The Sanguinor is available. Lazarus Dawnhammer, the Smash Captain, and then also the Sanguinary Guard and the Librarian Terminator, or Terminator Librarian. So, I mean, they're going to land into an empty battlefield here. The Stormraven Assault has gone horribly wrong. But a second chance, now second wave to come down, where the Reds have failed, the Golden Angels could succeed. But a lot of targets to try and deal with. If James is to stand any chance in this game, he needs to carefully select his targets and try and fight back somehow and try and wrestle this game back from oblivion. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Blood Angels. Right, so we are on movement phase here for the Blood Angels on turn 2. James and I have been discussing what his options are here in this game. You find yourself in this situation sometimes, the game of Warhammer 40,000, where all of a sudden a big chunk of your army is removed from play. James has lost about 1,000 points worth of stuff on turn 1. It's been agonising here for Blood Angels. We know it's a good list, though. They have been performing well, but they've just been dealt with here in a very brutal fashion by this new Eldar list. So the two targets that we're saying James should go after is obviously the Shining Spears and also the Wraith Knight, if he can, which is just tucked in the corner there. If he takes those two out of play, that'll be a good progress towards trying to get back in the fight. It'll be a lot of points destroyed as well as James tries to readdress the balance of this game. I've just zoomed out here to give you a view of the battlefield. So Wraith Knight just tucked in the corner. I've kept him there just trying to keep him safe. James rushed on from the other side. His Storm Raven gunships moving to the middle of the board. That's where the Terminators disembarked. Shining Spears were here. The Psychic Power brought them round and they charged in and slaughtered the doomed and jinxed Terminators and the Chaplain and Sanguinary Priest in the middle. There's the cluster of Eldar characters, Rangers here. You see the green of the Scorpions just there. The Dark Reapers are with them. And Eldrad, the two Warlocks, Spirit Seer, Autarch, all there. And then just there you can see the crest of the Avatar getting ready to move out as well. That's where the fight took place against the Dreadnought. James has on the board at the moment scouts here and then just behind the Land Raider. Is there anything else on the board? Not at this stage. Just those two units of scouts, yes. All right, so options that James has to bring down is the Smash Captain, Lazarus Dawnhammer, who no doubt will land with a bloodlust ready to reap some revenge against the Eldar. The Sanguinor as well, Sanguinary Guard, and the Terminator Librarians. James still has some options here. You want to just play on. And if you could turn this game around, the glory would be incredible. And even if you lose, the pride of killing units.
My reputation's dead.
Oh dear, James says his reputation's gone. But keep going. You've got a turn in hand now, so we'll maybe make a judgment at the end of turn 2 and see what the situation is then. But it does look bleak here for the Blood Angels. But they're notorious for fighting on despite the odds. All seems lost. Where are the Death Company? You need them. But no, it's the Golden Boys descending from the sky to see if they can help the Blood Angels out. All right, so turn 2 here for Blood Angels. James,
It's desperate.
It's a desperate situation. There is a plan here in place. If James is able to pull this off, it will be glorious. I'm not sure if it will bring the Blood Angels in front, but it will certainly bring some tasty revenge back here. So you can see these units have landed. So we'll just cover the units that are already on the ground first of all. So scouts, advanced move made by them. James now secures that objective. James already holds this one as held position. So he now controls 2 objectives here. Now with troops choices, Eldar still control 2 as well. He's landed down here with the Sanguinary Guard. He's gone within 12 inches of this unit of scouts here to try and put some firepower into them. The Sanguinor's just landed next to him to grant an extra attack for these. The plan is to try and charge into the Shining Spears. James is just over 9 inches away to try and hack through those if he can, but that's an important charge to make. Then across here, the Smash Captain's landed, along with the Librarian, the potential of Smite here, and also the ability to grant an extra attack. James could grant it here in the Psychic Phase or across here to the Sanguinary Guard. We've identified the 2 main threats, which is the Wraith Knight and also the Shining Spears. James's plan is to try and eliminate those from the battle if he can, and then see what happens from there. It is a good plan. I think it's the best option that James has at this stage. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Problem is that Eldrad is nearby and his ability to deny 2 powers here quite effectively. We'll see what James can do. Psychic Phase coming up next. Alright, Psychic Phase complete here. James says he's doomed. I've been trying to encourage him, but I have to agree now. He's not going to do well here. What was it? Quickening first went off? Yeah. So James well positioned here to grant +1 attack. He's just within 12. Nicely lined up here with reserves coming in. Unleash Rage, right. So +1 attack. Went off on a 7. Eldrad rolled 2 6s, so denied that one. Then James says, right, okay, we'll do Smite. So he tried to smite across here, rolled 2 1s, and then rolled 3 wounds there. Oh no, librarian, dear me. Disastrous psychic phase. Just when you needed to do well, the psychic phase has gone horribly wrong. All right, is this the sign of things to come? We'll go on to shooting phase next, the Blood Angels here on turn 2. Okay, we'll see if James's bad streak continues here. Melter into the Wraith Knight. You need
I'm gonna miss.
you need a 3 for a hit. Surely not. He's got his hit. A 4 for a wound. Half a chance. That's a 6. That's okay.
Sure,
Yeah, you're fine. No, you're 6.
AP
I think
-4.
anything we can let you off here, James will give it to you. Right. So what have we got here?
AP -4.
Oh, right. Okay. D6 damage.
So I'm not really melt out.
To help Lazarus out
I'll get
here
one.
with a good result.
I've told you I'll get
Oh,
one.
please. Oh, I don't believe this. Right, okay, 1 wound. We're down to 10 now with the Wraith Knight. Do you want to come on re-roll it? Do you have the points to...
Now, 2 for the thing.
He's just calculating he's got 4 left to use here. Yeah, we're just talking about this here. James has been a command point now. He's got 4 command points. We don't think he's going to have enough to play the 2 command points here to charge in, the 3 command points to fight again. That's not really going to happen. It doesn't have the points for it. So really... you just...
Well, it's 2 command points to get the extra,
to get the charge.
additional
Yes.
dice
Then you'll have 2 spare points.
to interrupt.
Right.
But I'm going to hit
Interrupt
first
play.
again.
Well, you can't. I can't interrupt you. You're free. All your charges will fight
Oh,
first.
of course, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think you should.
I think I'm just going to do the damage.
Okay.
Because it's AP -4. Make the most of it.
Come on, James. Get a 6. All the Blood Angel fans here are willing you on. Get a
The
decent
Blood
dice
Angel
roll.
fans hate me.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, bad representation. Come on.
The Black Rage. And I rolled a 1.
No. I don't know. He's plagued. I don't know. I just don't know what to say. Right, so it remains at 10 wounds here. You get these games sometimes here in 40k. All right, 10 wounds though remain on the Wraith Knight. Is that reduced enough for Lazarus Dawnhammer to bring him down? Is the question. James says no, but he could do. Okay, so we'll press on with the shooting phase here now for Blood Angels. All right, so 8 shots here, and just bolt guns. This isn't the Warlord, so it's just going to be 4s will end up being hits after the -1 for shooting at the Rangers. Or just the 2. Yeah, nothing you can do about that either. 3s, the wounds come through. We're not in cover, so we get some 6-up saves. None. Alright, so 2 Rangers slain. I'll take the 2 I'll take this one. I'll still hold the objective, and that one just there, but 3 of those remain. Alright, so crack grenade is going to be thrown here at these.
I rolled 2.
It's a miss. Okay, yes. And then he's got some pistol shots. Befores actually to hit.
Oh, hit with the pistol.
3 6, isn't it? Just the weapons you're not really fussed about. They get the hits.
2 wounds.
2 wounds come through. See if my dice rolling's any good. No, it's no good at all. Let's roll a 2 and a 1. That's a jet bike gone. Yeah, so I've got no command rerolls left at all. Eldred hasn't generated an extra point this turn. So casualty taken. So there's now 7 of these jet bikes left, the Shining Spears. Okay, so yeah, it is down to charges now. Oh boy. Alright, so roll charges and Overwatch next. Important point here in the game. So the risk's going to be a 3d6 charge of these and a rerollable charge here. James wants both of these to go off. If one of these fails, the Blood Angels are in trouble. So who's going to charge first?
I'm going to do...
It's going to be them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so he's playing the stratagem. 2 command points to be spent. James will get a 3d6 charge here. If possible, you've got 1 command point left. You need to reroll one of the dice. So here it comes. 3d6.
And that's a 9.
Right, and you needed...
A 9.
Oh, boy. Could you get any closer than that? Okay, breathe again, James, breathe. Right, so they've made it in. We're resolved Overwatch here. Thankfully for James, no laser lances are in range. It's just going to be shuriken catapults, and I don't think even all of those are in range here to shoot. Alright, so we're in the middle of charges here. Look at this. Come on, Blood Angels. James made it in. He's made it in here as well with the Sanguinor. 9 needed. 9 rolled for him. 4 and a 5. Brilliant. So made it in. Overwatch, 0 damage. So here we've got, this character's good and he's granting +1 attack to these charging in as well. So this is excellent news for Blood Angels. A good chance to bring... I'm even rooting for you to destroy my own unit. I'd like to see them do well. Scouts have not charged. James is going to try and hold these 2 objectives. If at least just to deny the Eldar from picking up the points they hold too as well. So we haven't done this charge. A 9 inches required, and it's a rerollable charge here against the Wraith Knight. Come on, James. For Sanguinius and for the Emperor. No. Take your time. I'm actually rooting for it. I really want you to make this charge. Oh, no! He's rolled a 9. I can't believe it. A 5 and a 4. He's in. Stop.
Ignore Overwatch. 1.
Ignore Overwatch?
Yes.
What do I've got? Nothing. The Wraith Knight's in trouble here. All of a sudden, the glory of the Blood Angels could return. All right. So yeah, we'll move him in. Just the final bit of glory here. See if the Librarian can make it into close combat.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't. All right. He's just going to stand back here and watch the glory of Lazarus Dawnhammer. Yep, I can't interrupt play here, so James can fight at will. But he wants to do Dawnhammer first. So there's 10 wounds for this captain to try and chew through.
Red Rampage.
Good for you, James. Red Rampage, yes. If there's any time to be on the Rampage, it's now.
Attacks.
Come on.
2.
2 extra, James will take that. That's great. So 4 attacks, +2, +1 for Death Company. Puts him on 7 attacks here. 3s it will be. Rerolling 1s.
All hit.
They've all hit. Okay. All right, so you will be on 3 for wounds with red first. Oh.
That could be enough to kill you.
It could be enough. It basically 4 have got through. If I roll a 6 on one of these dice, the Wraith Knight will survive.
You're gonna get it. You're Eldar.
I'm going to roll one at a time. The first one. It's 2. 4. It's getting there, getting higher. But it's going to be a... yes, okay. Yeah, that one.
No.
Okay, so we've saved it then. No, I rolled it as a rollover, wasn't it? Got it.
As a rollover.
Okay. No, I've done it. You've done it, yes? 12 wounds?
Yes.
Oh, the Wraith Knight's gone.
Would you blow up?
Oh, right, yes, I could blow up.
6 is...
Nothing.
Well, that would have been 2d6 plus d6 mortal wounds if you had exploded.
Yeah. No, good job. Wraith Knight gone all of a sudden. 400 points wiped from this Eldar army. Unbelievable. We haven't finished yet. There's still this to go. But what a comeback. Surely not. There'll be no comeback here. But we'll see what happens. We've got this combat to resolve. We'll let James, he's saying he wants to consolidate in. He wants to go after the Bone Singer here. Turn him into a pile of bones. Yeah, so he's consolidated in. It means I'll get to fight back, but I doubt we'll be able to do very much there. Okay, the destruction of the Sanguinor first. Okay, yes, so here, the Sanguinor's going to fight first with his Age of Sigmar wings here. It just looks so much better. Look at the wingspan on this guy as he descends down. Eldar Jetbike's caught out here, dazzled by this golden boy as he descends from the sky. 6 attack speed 2s.
If only the chaplain was alive.
Oh, 2 1s.
No command points left now.
Okay, no, both of us are burnt through here.
Strength +2. So
3s and 2s.
And then 2s because Blood Angels.
I'm sensing James is getting back into this fight here. Oh, one's failed. Okay, -4. So potential to bring down 3 of these bikes. The first one, D3 damage. Dead. And
dead.
Oh, ouch! 3 bikers slain. You're right. So I've removed these jet bikes here. There's 4 of them to try and bring down. James has 18 attacks here, thanks to the Sanguinor being nearby. 3s for hits.
Good.
It's not that great. There's a lot of misses there, but still a good number of hits have come through. 3s to wound them. Yeah, strength 4, toughness 4, and then +1 for red first.
It's like a power sword, but it's D3 instead of 1.
Yes. Not bad.
Not bad.
It could be enough to bring these down. 6 have come through. 6 then.
Yep.
6s to block. Oh.
That's
2. 4 get through. Still enough to potentially wipe these out.
3 plus a time.
Yes, apart from the Exarch, who will need a 5 + 4. So, see if James can do it. First one. 3 or more. No. So that's just a skill.
Kill with 2 dice.
So I can take this guy out. Doesn't really matter. The next one. Yeah. 3+. No, and then it will just be a straight kill again. All right, bit disappointing there at the end, but still brilliant news here. This Shining Spear unit reduced down significantly, enough, I think, to neutralise their potential quite effectively. Well, no, we'll fight back here. We might be able to knock a few of these Sanguinary Guard out with the counter-attack. Okay, but morale might be an issue. Death Mask here, an extra -1, 5 casualties taken. We'll fight back here then. So we'll go 5 attacks. Our strength's going to be low here because we would charge, so I'll just roll the Exarch and the regular all together. 5s and 6s will be devastating. There's 1, so 1 Sanguinary Guardsman can be removed.
No, 6 plus save.
-4?
Yes.
A 2 up save, yes, true.
Which I don't
negate. Alright, so 1 gone. Yeah, that's it then. So combat's resolved.
attack.
Oh yes, smooth fighting across here with the Bone Singer. Okay, yeah, Bone Singer didn't even hit the target, so that's him resolved. Okay, so James, I have to say, that's really good. You've just managed to destroy about 600 points worth of stuff here for the Eldar. That's a nasty bit of revenge here for the Blood Angels. So whatever happens in this game, it still looks like the Eldar are the stronger army. Whatever happens though, a great comeback here. A great bit of nasty revenge here from the Blood Angels. So a good result from them. Is it enough? We're not sure if it is here, but the turn finishes at this point. I'll do morale here, actually. I've got no command points left. I'm away from the avatar, so we'll just see what we roll for morale. It is a 1. It is a 1. It becomes 7. We've passed, actually. So Shining Spears are still in the fight. Then across here, I think we'll be fine. 2 and 2 is 4, so they're fine as well. So the Eldar hold morale here at this stage. We'll go on to their second turn now. It feels like turn 4 here, but it's the second turn still for the Eldar to come up next. Alright, so movement phase for the Eldar here as they try and flush the Blood Angels out of the area. So moving through here, Scorpions have moved 7. We've made a load of advanced moves of these Psychers. It won't affect their ability to cast psychic powers. Moved up here with the Dark Reapers. Their firepower could be deadly there against the Sanguinary Guard. The Autarchs join them. The Avatar has gone 11 inches with an advanced move. We've held this objective with the 2 Rangers up here. Fresh unit of Rangers has arrived on top of the platform. They can pretty much see all across the board here from that vantage point. These 3 have held position. We've pulled out of combat there with the Bone Singer. You can use Smite now that the Wraith Knight's gone. And then pulling out of combat here with the Shining Spears, just to harass the scouts. And then across here, look at him go. It's the Autarch on the jet bike on a 1-man mission towards the Space Marine scouts just over there. Alright, so movement done. We're going to Psychic Phase next. Alright, Psychic Phase complete here. Guide from Eldred went off there, and the Dark Reapers have guide on them. We also cast Doom and Jinx on the Sanguinary Guard just to try and reduce the chances of them surviving. 1 mortal wound came from Smite as well. From Eldred, 1 wound coming through, not enough to bring one of the models down. And then here, Smite here went off, but James blocked that. That was blocked by the Librarian Terminator just down here. And then Smite fouled, parried on a double 1, and a wound taken on the Bone Singer. So that's Psychic Phase done. Not too bad. Some of the main powers have gone off here for the Eldar. I tried to play Quicken, actually, and to move these Scorpions in for close combat, but that didn't go ahead, and so the Scorpions have remained where they are. Shooting Phase next for the Eldar here on turn 2. Right, so Scorpion fire here. Just these you couldn't see, but pistol fire coming from here has put 2 wounds there on the Sanguinary Guard. A couple of shuriken hits come through, plus Jinx on top of that really knocked James down. We'll check to see if the Avatar's in range here. Yes, Avatar's in range. Hits. Wounds. -5 in total. So
-5?
Yeah, -4 and then Jinx.
Yeah, true.
3 damage, so another one picked off. He had a wound anyway, but the Wailing Doom here against another one of the Sanguinary Guard. 3 of them left here to try and take out. I think it's going to have to be the Dark Reapers with their firepower next. We'll go for the Star Swarm missiles, which is 10 shots for this unit. We're on guide here, actually, so we'll reroll these. They've all hit. 3's to wound. And you're doomed. So, I can't believe it's all of them. Okay, 10 saves to make here at -3 in total. So there'll be 5 pluses to block these, and it's 2 damage a time guaranteed. So I think the Sanguinary Guard are in serious trouble. There's 3 of them that remain. If these go, there'll be no units to block characters being shot here. So 5s or 6s. Oh, it's a good roll, but it's still not enough. No, it's still
2 damage a time.
2 damage a time. That's the killer here. So these can be removed from play. So Dark Reapers, a heavy toll caused by them. I have to say, from each of the battle reports, the Eldar have been in, the Dark Reapers have contributed here with some decent firepower. And it's actually been the 2-shot option against infantry that's been the most devastating for them. Okay, Shining Spears here. So a Star Lance, first of all, hits and kills. A Laser Lance next, misses. And then we've got Shuriken Catapults to fire here. 3s, horrific, and then nothing. Alright, so just the 1 wound caused there against the scouts. Autarch next, he's across the way. Laser Lance ready, misses, but he's an Autarch. Hits, 2, and a kill. Okay, so he picks off one of the scouts just in the corner. Okay, so he can go, and then he'll fire his Shuriken Catapults here. All hits. Oh, there's trouble here. So 1 at -3, that's another scout killed. 2 saves of 4+.
Actually, I'm going to keep him there because he'll score.
Oh, he's scoring. Yeah, trying to keep in range of the objective. Difficult here. 2 saves of 4+. Try and keep some of these models alive. Double 1. James. Oh, flip. Oh, no. Now down to just 1 scout remaining here. Good play there from the Autarch on the jet bike. Good for mopping up small units like those scouts just there. Just looking around here for small shots. Bit of sniper fire available here for the Eldar. So I'm going to put 3 sniper shots into the Librarian.
Of course.
Hit, because he didn't move. A wound. James will get a 2-up save. He should be fine. Unless he rolls a 1. Oh, I just don't know what to say, James. Another wound taken. He's got 1 wound left. The scouts that have just arrived up top here. The counters have moved. We'll try and pick off the last wound here. 4s. Wow. If any of these are a 6, it's all over for that. Oh boy. Surely, James, you will not roll another 1. You can't roll that many during the game. 5. Alright, so he's saved. Librarian Dreadnought clings on to life here. Yeah, I wish he was he's not a Dreadnought, he's a Librarian Terminator. Clings on to life. Alright, so 2 Rangers just here. They can see through to the Sanguinor to try and shoot a hole in his wing. 1 hit. Nothing at all. No wound coming through. I think that's Eldar shooting resolved here. Just looking around to see what else can fire. And there is nothing else. Alright, so charges and Overwatch next for the Eldar on turn 2. Yeah, not much at all here for the Eldar. These units all advanced, and the target's gone. Scorpions are miles away. Can't charge here because we pulled out of combat. So it's just the Autarch over there charging the lone scout. 4 attacks, 2s to hit, and 3s for a kill. 8 wounds on the scout, so he's gone. Alright, okay. And then we'll consolidate. Nearest enemy unit would be here. So we'll shift 3 inches. James will swing him around. Thank you, James. Yeah, perched nicely on top of there. Okay, that'll mark the end of the turn here for the Eldar. Turn 2 is complete. James still has a couple of key characters on the board here, so you can try and rack up some points at least. So, yes, Eldar pick up another point here. They now have 2 troops controlling objectives to James's 1. So they'll get a point for that. But its kill points has been... The objectives really haven't been much significance at all in this game. A little bit of help, but it's been kill points here. It's been the deciding factor in this battle. We'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Blood Angels. James can carry on. He's still got some decent characters here that can cause trouble for the Eldar, but a bit limited now as to how much he can do in this fight. But more glory to be had, for sure. Okay, moving for the Blood Angels here. So, jumping out 12 with Lazarus Dawnhammer. James is going to stretch to here, probably declare a charge against both, and then if he's a bit short, he'll make it into here, and if not, it's 8 inches rerollable, so it's doable. Across here, 5 inches across here with the Librarian Terminator. The Sanguinor's moving across, multiple targets he can go for, nothing's going to stop him fearlessly moving into the heart of the Eldar line, and the Scouts prepare to take on the jet bikes there for the Eldar. So,
No fear.
yeah, no,
We are
brave
blood
stuff.
angels, the Emperor's finest.
Alright, so
Even in the jaws.
still pride here for Blood Angels, fighting on. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Alright, Psychic Phase complete, pretty good. Smite went off, tried to deny that. 2 mortal wounds caused against the Bone Singer. Then, was it Unleash Rage? Yeah, an extra attack cast. James rolling very high. So that went off and tried to block that with Eldred and failed as well. So good Psychic Phase here from the Librarian. We'll go on to Shooting next. Alright, Shooting Phase, not too bad. Bone Singer's gone. That'll pick up a kill point here for James. Yeah,
Combi Stormbolter.
Combi Stormbolter, yeah, decent enough. Then across here, Scorpions, 2 casualties. That was a frag grenade being thrown by the Sanguinor. So good play from here. Rolled a 1 and a 2 for my saves. And across here, no damage against the jet bikes. That's Shooting Phase done. Charges and Overwatch next. Alright, so charges have taken place here. You've had a turn where everything's gone right for you, a bit late, but he's made it into combat. No Overwatch allowed. Made it into combat here. James rolled a 12, so he's scooted all the way. There's room for him to pass through, not jumping over, he's just moving around. That's the Sanguinor swinging around behind the Avatar, because a bit of an epic combat here to take place at the end of the game. And Scouts, no damage on Overwatch. They made it into combat there against the Shining Spears. So I can't interrupt you, so Smash Captain, here we go. So he's on 4 attacks, +1 for the Death Visions of Sanguinius.
And +1 for the Psychic Power.
Great. 6 attacks. Nice. 3s, rerolling 1s. This is good. I think you're going to kill these scouts off here. 5 come through. 2s to whack-a-mole. Gone. Alright, another kill point. And a troops choice removed from the objective, actually. So that will deny the Eldar a point, because at the moment, James holds one with his troops. So this is going well here for the Blood Angels. Alright, so shifting a few inches across here, but right on top of this objective here, Defiant with the Smash Captain. Moment of truth here. Can the Sanguinor take down the Avatar? So Avatar's not fresh here. Oh, there's his wounds. He's got a stack of 3 wounds. He's got 5 wounds left. So it's going to be tough enough here.
Got 2 wounds.
So 6 attacks actually you're going to get. You get +1 for your own bubble.
2s.
2s for hits, yeah. That's what you want. You want them all to hit. 3s to wound. It would be 4s, but it's +1 to the wound rolls. So Blood Angels on the charge.
Blood Angels, 3s.
Yeah, oh, 3.
AP -4.
Right, so
5 up Demon Save.
yeah, in one save here. Pass 1.
2d3 damage.
2d3 damage. 4.
4 damage. Molten Body.
If I... No, I've survived. I have survived. But, oh, wow. Ouch. 4 wounds taken. So 1 wound left here on the Avatar. So gravely wounded here with the Avatar. Well done, James. Good fighting here at the last. Blood Angels not giving in. Scouts fighting now. See if they can bring down some jet bikes. Needing 3s. A good number of missed here. 4s to wound, though. 3. Saves all past all of them. Alright, so we'll fight back here with the Eldar units. Jet bikes. 5s.
1 dead.
Got 1 dead here with a laser lance, so 1 scout could be removed, but not finish them off. Take it, you want to remove this one?
Nope, that's the sergeant.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, with the chainsaw. Sorry, good. Okay, there you go. Just that one being removed there. Yeah, still pass around, no problem at all when they hold. Oh, James rolled around now, that's fine. Okay, so just the Avatar fighting back. Can the Sanguinor survive? 5 attacks for me. Rerolling 1s because of the presence of the Autarch within 6. They've all hit though. 2s to wound. All except 1. Okay, so you go down to your invuln save of 4+. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, you're long dead. Oh boy. 5 wounds. 10 wounds. 16 wounds. Goodbye, Sanguinor. Avatar's had a good game here.
Good game.
Yeah, he has. Slain the Dreadnought and the Sanguinor to add to his trophies here as well. So, a Dreadnought head dug out of the wreck, and the Sanguinor's head hanging around his belt now as well. The Avatar claims another victim. Alright, so that's it. Turn finished here for the Blood Angels. Yeah, okay, so turn's finished. We'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Eldar. They'll seek to finish the Blood Angels off here in this game. if they can on this turn. So Eldar turn 3 next. Alright, movement done for the Eldar, just surrounding the Smash Captain here in defiance. So, what's going on here? No, nope, put him back. Nope, put him back.
Must be blessed by the Emperor's will.
Too late. Sanguinor's gone. That was just a ghost there in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Across it, moving the Avatar across. Look at him, wounded, but still fancies the chance. Molten blood dripping from the Avatar here. His blooded hand raised up here in defiance.
Before you smite me, challenge! I challenge the Avatar of Cain.
Oh, tempting.
Coward! If you smite me now, you will never deal with me again. Seal your reputation.
All right then.
Feel my thunder hammer that strikes your molten body.
All right, then I'll charge you, and I'll not shoot at your smite you or anything.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Right, that's it. Your challenge has been issued. Okay. Watch and we'll learn, Eldar. Okay, so anyway, movement here. We will get back to this. Pulling out of combat, we can shoot, and then swinging with the Autarch. What a bane he has been. Very useful unit indeed. Eldrad swinging around here. I think he's going to watch the show around here instead. This epic encounter here. If we get past your invuln save, you'll be in trouble. Okay, so movement done. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Sorry, it's not the usual thing, but there's a bit of old scores to settle here, and so we don't need any psychic help to help us. Protected, that's gone actually. I tried to jinx him, which went off, but James blocked it with the Librarian, clinging on to one wound left. Yeah, his last wound, and he's managed to block that jinx from coming through. So the Smash Captain has not been tampered with in any way here by psychic trickery from the Eldar. It's just going to be a pure fight. All you've got to do is survive and then cause a wound. I've got one wound left. But I'm just going to try and plunge into you and try and get past that 3+ invuln save. We did play Guide. We've put that on the Dark Reapers, and we've doomed him as well. So should be able to wipe him out, no problem. Psychic phase finished. We've gone to shooting phase here. There is him, and these 3 scouts to deal with. We'll start with the Shining Spears. So a Star Lance hits and a kill. A Laser Lance hits and a kill. And then Shuriken Catapults here. The Eldar can be cruel at times here. Those have hit.
I never feel sorry for them.
Yeah, another kill as well. And 2 saves to make as well, just for regular Shuriken hits. James fouls one of them. Alright, scouts can be removed. Nasty stuff here from the Eldar, so they're gone. Right, next. The Dark Reapers will fire the Star Swarm missiles. Characters can't block characters, so we'll go into the Doomed Librarian. So we're on 3s to hit here with Guide. Thank you, Eldrad. And 3s to wound here. And he's doomed. Almost all of them there. Okay, so 8 here at -2. So 8 saves of 4+. It cannot be done.
It can be done. Watch.
No, bang on half there being saved. Alright, so Librarian gone. We're just down to the Smash Captain here. What a way to finish the game here. So, no more shooting. I'm not going to fire anything. I'm just going to charge you and see if we can get past that 3+ invuln save. So charges, just the Avatar. You asked for it, we'll get the showdown that we wanted. Right, so we actually need to make sure we get into combat here. Oh, it's okay, fine. At least didn't fumble that bit. Oh, sorry, Scorpion. Squashed a Scorpion on the way in. Right, so Avatar makes it in. Can the wounded Avatar
Have faith.
Take down
The Emperor.
the Smash Captain?
Have faith.
It's Lazarus Dawnhammer versus the Avatar of Cain. Oh, there's a Autarch nearby. Just reroll those 2. Hit. 2s to wound. One of them's failed. No rerolls possible. So, James, 1 dice at a time. There's 4 of them to try and survive. 3+. Blood Angel players will be rooting for James to passes the first one. He fouls the next one.
I've got no command reroll.
Oh no. The next one? No. Oh dear. And the next one?
Yes.
Okay. 2d6, discard the lowest. 3.
Okay.
You've got 5 pluses to ignore damage.
Exactly.
Right, and the next one? 5. It's 8. James has 5 pluses to ignore wounds. It's not over yet. Some orcs are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now. Yes, they've done it just about. Oh,
What
boy.
would he have done?
Yes, all right then. Okay, in hindsight. The game's over now, ladies and gentlemen.
Been tabled.
The Blood Angels has been tabled here. The Avatar's brought the Smash Captain down. If James had have survived, he came close to. It was close. It was 2 wounds in it, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Fight back. 5 attacks James gets. Still Unleash Rage is still in play. 3s. Oh, wow. They've all hit.
2s.
Yes, would be 3s, then becomes 2s. Yeah, 2s to wound.
4.
4 of them.
AP minus 3.
Oh, you would have killed me.
5 at demon save.
One at a time. Past that one. Past that one.
Come.
Oh no, Eldar. No. Oh. What was that? 6.
So 6 molten body saves.
Impossible. No, you would have killed him in style, but it's not to be. The Avatar went first, and it was a good job he did. Game over, yeah. So the battle ends there. Eldar have cleared the sector of Blood Angel resistance. We've got an exact score here, but it's been a crushing victory for this new and controversial Eldar list. Right, so calculating points here for the Eldar. 13 units slain, so 13 kill points. And then for objectives, we picked up 2 points in total. So that's 15. And then 16, 17, 18 points. That's for first strike, line breaker, and slay the warlord. So 18 points scored in total for the Eldar. It is a big score in this game. Blood Angels destroyed 3 units as the Bone Singer, the Wraith Knight, and a unit of Rangers. So 3 points there. Didn't get first strike. Warlord's still alive. And no line breaker. So 18 points to 3 here. It is a crushing victory for the Eldar. Casualties have been pretty heavy. The Wraith Knight destroyed. Shining Spears taking a hammering here. But the Eldar have still prevailed and have cleared this sector of Blood Angels' resistance. So, good battle, enjoyable game. Both of these were epic here. Both of these fights, I would say, perhaps with some refined tactics, perhaps the Blood Angels would do better in their approach. It's been difficult here to deal with the Eldar. A number of armies, because this Eldar list is fresh and new, a number of the armies here have been struggling to deal with them, but we'll see if their tactics can be unravelled in future games by future factions. But here in part 2 at least, the Eldar have triumphed. If you want to see what happened in part 1, check out the Plus channel. Link will be in the video description below. But glory here for the Eldar in part 2. Who knows what the future holds for them? Do they have enough to be channel champions? It's a long road ahead and plenty of other factions to face. The Orcs looking to face off against the Eldar. The Imperial Fists lining up against them. Many foes face them and stand in their way on this road to victory. But here, in this fight, they prevail, at least. Great battle. Thanks to James for playing these games. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Alright, so units of the game, quite clear choices here. We'll mention for the Eldar the Shining Spears were good. So too was the Autarch on the jetpack, very useful and great for mopping up the small units later on in the game. I'm going to give it to the Avatar. Well, I mean, James, come on, look, he took out the Dreadnought, then he took out the Sanguinor, and then he took out the Smash Captain. So amazing results from him. Some real good results for the Avatar. Perhaps the best we've ever seen the Avatar perform. But that's where he likes to be, just in the heart of the action, just wandering around and picking on targets. For the Blood Angels, a number of units didn't really get a chance to fight. The Terminators never got a chance to swing with their Thunderhammers. They were picked on there by the Eldar. James is going to give it, though, to the Smash Captain. Yeah, he took out the Wraith Knight here, then jumped across and caused trouble for the Eldar, but it wasn't quite enough. But that was one of the best performing units for the Blood Angels. So that's units of the game for both sides.